Hello, dear friends. It's Brother Sean again, and today we are celebrating a truly wonderful feast. And for those of our brothers and sisters who are Christian, I wish you the joys of Pentecost. It used to be known as Whitsun Sunday, and up until several years ago, we used to have the Whitsun walks here in the UK, where all the Christians would walk singing to the tune of their favourite hymns and the brass bands. Oh, it was an amazing day. A day of solidarity. Yeah, but today we do celebrate the gift of the Holy Spirit. But what happened for the Holy Spirit to be so well known? Well, as you know, when Jesus ascended into heaven, he promised us not only the Holy Spirit, but the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And how did this come about? Well, very simply, the first disciples and apostles were in a room. And in that room, they noticed balls of fire, like tongues of fire, coming upon them. And suddenly they were changed, transformed into more eloquent preachers. Where before they lacked confidence, now they were bursting with confidence to go and spread the word and share all the wonderful things that they'd witnessed when the barefoot Galilean walked among them. But I want to read to you one of the most beautiful hymns that we used to sing. Come, Holy Spirit, come. Inflame our hearts with love, transforming every heart and home with wisdom from above. O let us not despise the humble path Christ trod, but choose to shame the worldly wise, the foolishness of God. All-knowing Spirit, prove the poverty of pride by knowledge of the Father-Mother's love in Jesus crucified, and grant us faith to know the glory of that sign, and in our very lives to show the marks of love divine. Come with the gift to heal the wounds of guilt and fear, and to oppression's face reveal the kingdom's drawing near. Where chaos longs to reign, descend, O holy dove, and free us all to work again the miracles of love. Spirit of truth, arise, inspire the prophet's voice, expose to scorn the tyrant's lies, and bid the poor rejoice. O Spirit, clear and sight. O Spirit, clear our sight. All prejudice remove, and help us to discern the right, and covet only love. Give us the tongues to speak in every time and place, to rich and poor, to strong and weak, the world of love and grace. Enable us to hear the words that others bring, interpreting with open ear the special song they sing. Come, Holy Spirit, dance within our hearts today, our earthbound spirits to entrance, our mortal fears allay, and teach us to desire all other things above, that self-consuming holy fire, the perfect gift of love. That was written by Michael Forster, who was born in 1946. Come, Holy Spirit. What is that saying to my heart? Well, let us just momentarily come into that room and let us visualize the early disciples sat there with their heads downcast because they had seen their Master Jesus ascend into heaven and disappear. But now I would like you to join me with them in that room. And we are bystanders witnessing what is happening. And suddenly we can hear a rumbling like a tremor, an earthquake. But it's not an earthquake. Excuse me. As we sit in that upper room, we see the faces of those disciples. And they must have been feeling sad and sorrowful, missing their Lord. But now, as we look up, we can see tongues of fire. And it's coming upon all the disciples and apostles, Mother Mary, Magdalena, all the women who followed and supported Jesus. But it's also coming upon you. Now let us just close our eyes and reflect and visualize this ball of fire in the shape of a tongue. And it touches our head. And it evaporates through our mind, our body and spirit. And as we breathe in, we can feel the surge of the love of God. And something is happening within us. There is a stirring in our heart, a sense of liberation from all the negativity, the fear, the worry and the anxiety. And suddenly we find our mind, our ego, being brought, blessed by the gifts of the Spirit into our heart. And suddenly we find that as we open our mouths, the most beautiful sounds are coming from the depths of our soul as we praise the loving, supreme Father, Mother God. Just experience that. There is a tranquil peace. And the music, the singing, and the rejoicing of all the mantras in all different languages are being sung right now. They're being sung in unison, in different tongues. Listen to the voice of God speak through us to affirm us that we are a child of God. Feel that love flowing passionately and freely through us. And we gather in a circle of light and we hold each other in love. And we hear the voice of the Father, Mother God saying, I have loved you with an everlasting love. You are mine. Receive the Holy Spirit. Receive the 7 gifts of the Spirit. And go now and bring love back into the hearts of all my children. Bringing peace, bringing love, bringing joy and clarity, bringing commitment, selflessness, peace. And as we stand, we can feel within us the God presence dancing with joy in our being. Relax now. You are loved, you are protected by the Supreme. And just stay in that beautiful place and be still.